Hello semua sekali lagi.
Hari ni saya nak bincang sikit lah tentang apa yang Bill O'Reilly dekat Amerika cakap hari tu. Sebab according to this man, the Malays don't have any money.
Because we have the money. We buy the stuff. The Malays aren't going to buy your stuff. They don't have any money.
Apa?
What is a Malay? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Seperti mana korang mungkin tahu, bukannya semua orang yang patut didengar dalam dunia ni. Tengoklah orang tua ni macam nyanyuk dah bodoh, sombong, mak tak ajar. Si O'Reilly ni seorang komentar yang dulunya bekerja dekat Fox News, tapi pasal kes mahkamah, pasal sexual harassment bagai, yang kena settle dengan 5 orang wanita, dia tu kena pecat.
Masalah tak settle nak jadi relevant.
Jadi dia buatlah video YouTube rasis, bodoh, haprak macam ni. Tapi, haha, apa yang dia cakap tu ada benar ke? Now,
Speaking as a Malaysian,
I want to say, Malay community, you guys are doing great out there. I have no intention of mocking you or throwing shade on you.
it seems that O'Reilly is though.
He's trying to go out there and be relevant once again and throwing out his shade on Xi Jinping, hatred about how the Malays are or are not.
Props to Bodek trying to get into the inner circle.
So I think that Malaysians also have to look at things in context, understand that the man is just trying to create controversy and just trying to get some viral hits out of the rest of his sad life and existence. Of course, we have to remember also that Mr. O'Reilly is not a representative of the Republican Party. He's not the entire be-all and all face of the United States himself.
I will concede a small point though.
Only about 15% of all Malaysians who are in the workforce are income tax payers and is really able to actually contribute into the country, which does mean that it is a sort of problematic situation that we do have to look at along the way.
But that's a whole nation thing, not a race thing.
So rather than looking at the Malays have no money thing too much as an insult, I think that it's important to be able to look at the actual situation that this country is in right now, where we are kind of stuck in the middle income trap, trying to advance and trying to just do what's necessary in order to grow our country along the way. There is the chance that he was trying to say Malaysians, but didn't actually understand the difference. Of course, it's true that the Malays are a huge proportion of the entire country, but they're not the only people. If not for the simple fact that Malay consumers are one of the biggest consumer groups in this entire country, a lot of businesses would not succeed. Besides, if you want to talk about very rich Malays, why don't you talk about, I don't know, Syed Mokhtar Al-Bukhari? Do the names Rosmah Mansour and Najib Razak not ring a bell to you, Mr. O'Reilly?
Whatever it is.
It's also a reminder to all of us out there to focus on the important stuff rather than just dealing with all of this stupid race and religion stuff, which frankly nobody really needs right now, and that has become even more dangerous to foolishly participate in, especially when we are in this new fractious era of global trade. Because in this new era, unity is the bedrock of our strength, and it is the unity that we need to protect and preserve, and not only thrive on that, but instead to find more meaningful ways that we can actually work together to grow our country to the next level. At the end of the day, we as Malaysians need to unite as Malaysians, not Chinese against Malays or Malays against Indians, but rather Malaysia as a whole against the outside world. Because if the US wants to say that, oh, we can do anything out there, slap 245% tariffs on China, what this does kind of showcase to us is you never know what's going to actually happen. The importance of actually having a partnership. It might be true that yes, we might not be able to support the entire Chinese market in the way that America is able to. I'm sure that the tariffs will be chaotic, difficult, and pose a large deal of economic difficulty and possibly destruction for China as a country. But it is a fact also that at the end of the day, the purpose of life is not just to earn money. It's true that economic growth is very important, and if you don't grow your economy, then you can't pay wages. You can't pay wages, then your people will end up suffering. But the fact also is though that as human beings, we have our pride, our dignity, the right not to be insulted just because we come from a different side, we have different values, upbringings, origins.
Or for that matter, whether we have a lot or a little bit of money only.
And for all you know, maybe getting insulted by Mr. O'Reilly is really the signal, not necessarily the clarion call to go out there and immediately say, you know what, we'll never work with America again, but to see how we can actually build up these long-term relationships with partners that respect us, how that effort's gonna go. Alright, that's all I have to say about that, and bye.